Hello everybody, welcome back to Motorcycles channel. It's been a very long time since I've made a video. I've been extremely busy with work and building a horse barn and kids and all this stuff which you may hear stomping around upstairs. But as you can tell, this is not a XS650 or a KLX 300. So a quick backstory and then I'll show you what I'm doing. Last January I found this bike accidentally listed at 10,300, I think, and I instantly got a hold of them. Long story short, it was supposed to be listed at 13,700, I think, but the dealer stayed true to their word, and I got it for 10,300. So that worked out good, and I traded the KLX on this, and ended up selling the bobber last spring. Was wanting to build a old iron head or shovel head, but haven't been able to find one. Other stuff is kind of taking precedent now, such as this bike, which likes being worked on, but is also extremely fun. But seen a lot of hate on these things, and I could have some myself. I mean, I just put a brand new fuel pump in it because the last one sounded like it had 10 millimeter bolts in it. But I digress. So what I'm doing now is I just finished up changing the oil, which was not bad. Surprisingly dirty for 4,000 miles. I mean, it's let me get it here. It was, I mean, just coal black and had some form of gray substance in it. Hopefully, hopefully you can see it there, but nasty stuff, man. But got all that taken care of, and wanted to do a not so much a video on how to change a fuel pump, because there's a bunch of videos out there that are way shorter and sweeter and more technical than mine. But I wanted to show you some of the things that I messed up that caught me off guard. So the first one was, let me move you in a little closer here. This was interesting. So yesterday I got the new fuel pump installed, and in the process, I wanted to start it and hear it. As soon as I started it ran okay. I gave it a nice shot of throttle, and the bike cut out. Well, about 10 minutes ago, I found this. So this is your fuel line, and it's got like a hydraulic hose connection down here. I didn't have that in all the way. So when I revved it, it popped out and wouldn't start. And surprised me that, anybody that's ever ridden one of these would be surprised as well. It cranked for like 15 seconds and didn't even shut off on its own, but wouldn't start because it didn't have fuel. So take you over to the workbench now. I'll show you the other thing that I messed up. So this was the old filter, parts of it anyway. I'll show you. I'll do you a comparison too once I get the other one out. But that was the old one. And it's dirty, but I mean the biggest issue is, that's your filter. That's what you have. I mean, I've seen guys modding this, poking holes in it and stuff. Probably would help if they were okay, but my pump was already burned up. I mean, let me try and crack this thing open and see what I can find that looks bad in here. There goes a kid. But yeah, but yesterday I was looking at my workbench cleaning off the old fuel filter, and stuck. Went to throw all this away, and I'm like, man, where'd that come from? Oh yeah, I didn't put it on the new fuel pump. So my new one is sitting in there just on the yellow housing, which seems to be okay. I mean, it has fuel in it and it's not leaking, but I don't want to find out because I imagine it's probably to get good crush on that gasket there. But yeah, that's how it's supposed to sit, and mine is just not. But it does sit a little bit proud there, which I imagine probably gets a better crush on that gasket. But yeah, so now I'm going to take the fuel tank back off and put this back where it's supposed to go. Okay, just a real quick size comparison here. I got it out. I only dumped a little bit of fuel in the, what do they call that, back bay this time? Might not even be a back bay, who knows? So that's the difference in size. You can tell that the new one doesn't have What is that? Huh, marker's coming off. The new one doesn't have even the same. Oh boy. Filter housing is different, you know? It's like this one, the whole sock is exposed. This one's up in here. But, I mean, look at the size difference, man. And, like, the material on this one is like almost like a steel mesh, is what it feels like. Whereas this one's like, that thing's heavy, man. I mean, 2 or 3 times thicker, I would say, on the new one. But, yeah. Now, just to get this back on there and put the fuel pump back where it's supposed to go. I wanted to get like a live, time of this, how long this takes, but this spring makes the whole housing move, but it also makes life miserable because that's what holds this dude in place. So it's gonna make weird noises. And then it just goes. Right when you think you're about to break it, it goes. It's the same as always on stuff, except for when it actually does break, because that's what we love to see. Okay, I just got to put, what is it, five of these little stupid star tips back in there. And I'll be ready to set the tank back on. I may show you guys some of the tricks that I've learned doing this. The videos I was talking about, I've seen guys doing them. They show some of the tricks, but not really. There was a lot of times where I thought I broke stuff. Like, these electrical connectors are on there, man. I will give Harley credit. These things are sealed, man. And this little hose is a knuckle buster. It seems like nothing, but dude, that thing hurts when it knocks you right on top of the fingernail, But okay, I'll be back in a minute to show you guys setting on there. Okay, new developments. This, this does not go where I said it does. Do not put it down here anywhere at all, oriented in any direction, because you will put your fuel pump in, go, that doesn't fit. Because I thought this raised section, because I'm not a motorcycle mechanic, I'm just cheap and like working on my own shit. That doesn't do what I thought it did. It doesn't fit in there where it actually goes. And if I paid attention and didn't have ADHD AF, I would have noticed that it goes here, which then I wouldn't have had to pull the fuel pump all the way out and dump gas all over myself and my tank again. So if you're wondering, that's where it goes. Don't be an idiot like me. All right, first quick tip of putting the tank back on. This is the fuel pump connector. You can see this is a weird one. I'd never seen one like this. So this black tab pushes in. Oh boy, it's hard to do without 3 hands. Pushes in, and then this red collar slides up. Oh, the pressure's getting me. Promise it does. Man, you can imagine how much of a pain this is up underneath that tank. Does it pull up? Maybe it pulls up. Maybe I'm lying. That works a lot better. Yeah, so pulls up. Sorry, I thought it pushed down. That pulls up this way, and then that little red collar slides. But yeah, it's a pain, man. Trying to get that thing on with your tank still on the bike, and this harness is not long enough to get up to where you can see it. All right, folks, let's do a little live action here. You can watch me struggle unedited without hiding it here. Just cleaning this tank out. I got some gas in it. Make sure tank's making weird noises. Hopefully it doesn't explode. Whatever. Don't care. Okay. Now, another not fun part. Oh, jeez, Joseph. Is this, oh boy, there you go. Find your home, whatever you want to do, man. It's all about you. Another struggle here is this fuel line, which I don't know if I can get on camera. Man, my kids are just tearing it up there. You can kind of see it right here, that orange tab. And it's got to feed down into this valley. Let me see if I can get a flashlight and show you where it's coming from and where it's going and how I was able to snag him. So, man, this was miserable the first time. I bet it's gonna. Oh geez, I bet it's gonna be even more fun this time. So I took just a flat. Maybe even need to drop you a little bit more here, something like that. You can just barely see the end of my screwdriver there. It's so tough. Is that fuel line. And oh my goodness, they just couldn't have done a whole lot worse on designing that. Ow. I'm just using my flat to kind of got it and pushing on it with the back of my hand up the top. But that's where that needs to go. So on this side of things, boy, I don't know if I'll ever get this on video or not. I'm going to try. I'm going to leave the camera right here. Hopefully you can see what I'm fixing to do up in here. So, with any luck at all, I'll look like I know what I'm doing. Oh, gee, we're off to a bad start. That's in. Oh, see, I told you I knew what I was doing. Oh, maybe I don't. And I like to fiddle with that pin a good bit because that's not one you want to have come loose when you're in the middle of nowhere using your Pan Am as a CRF 150, you know. But I think I got him. And down goes Frazier. Okay, now I'm gonna bring it over to this side. And you can see what we're working with over here. Okay, where do we want to be? Okay. All right. Now, where we're fixing to be is up in here. This has got to get plugged in. Don't ask me what it does because I ain't sure. Nor can I see anything. But you've got... Where's the other one? Oh, no, Bubba. Oh, Bubba. There. This one. So this is your, like your fill nozzle, overfill dumper tube 9000. So I didn't, of course, pay attention to where it was routed before, but it does dump gas. So you don't want it on anything important. This hose, the little finger knocking dude, comes to, let me focus my flashlight here, comes to here. And it does plug in terrible. I'm not sure what this one does, but a tiny dab of oil was really requested last time I plugged this in yesterday. But I'm trying to stay out of the camera and feed this little dude down in here. Go to your home. Come on. Come on. I don't know why that pipe is so stiff, man. That seems a little unnecessary. But handy dandy electrician strippers, and I'm gonna get a hand on this dude. It's not easy, and I don't know how important this line is. So what I'm gonna do is put it as deep as I can possibly get it, just in case it is something important. I kind of believe it's not, but oh, it likes that. Yeah, give it the old shove and jiggle. That seems to be bringing it some joy. I mean, the bike ran earlier when I had it just loosely plugged in there, but that thing's not gonna pop out of there. Cannot see where that goes because Pan Americas are. My ring finger's stuck. Huh. Fun being married, huh? Now for this dude. I don't know how I'm gonna get this on camera. I have to unbestow. Okay. Yeah, I can just get the light on it. Yeah, kinda. That's it. Right there. That's who we gotta get a hold of, plug this dude into. And this harness is backwards of what you would think it would plug in, or at least me. But, sorry. There is a little finger on this side that you'll be able to see once you take it off. It's inside of the actual harness. Sorry, I'm not very good at filming in such a manner. Really, my first video of working on it. I did the carb clean on the XS650, but that was pretty cut and dry. This dude, ooh, it's not hard. You just can't get there. That's the biggest issue with this job. Nor can you see. Ouch. Okay, tuck that back in there, like Harley half-hearted meant to do. And that's in. So the tank's not bolted in, but I need to I want to start it and make sure that everything's good. So, in the manual, and I don't know why, but I'm not a Harley tech, so who knows. See the yellow tab there? There. You have to put your main fuse back in because it says to pull it out when you're doing the fuel filter. So here we go. Just a, what is it, 40? Yeah, 40 amp fuse. And it's just your main fuse. It is, whoa. Shut that off. It's typically hidden up in this gap, but I've seen a lot of guys say to pull it down out of there just in case you have issues, you know, it makes it easier to get to alongside the rail. And that's kind of like a hard reset for the Pan Am. So tuck that up in there. Oh, you idiot. See? See? Watch me go. I'll be done more times than you can count. This is the fuel line. Oh, it got the best of me last time. Okay. That is on there. You better start now, Bubba. Let's see. Typical. Don't worry about that. Oh boy, I might have a dead battery again. I sure do. I'm gonna have to charge the battery, and I guess I'll put the bike back together while I'm charging it, and then I'll start it, and maybe it'll run, and maybe it won't. Maybe the battery will blow up. Who knows? Alrighty. So when I disassembled everything, since my seat was already off, I tossed all my bolts in here. So now I just got to play the fun game of figuring out what went where. But I'll show you guys where all the bolts are for the tank. Honestly, not bad. What is there, 6 of them? About as good as it gets. Just a long 10 mil, pretty sure. Yeah, because this American-made bike is mostly metric. Which, you know, me as a guy who's owned mainly metric bikes actually enjoys. Because that's what I have the most of. If you hear a strange noise, it's currently the snowpocalypse that's riddling the entire nation. We've only got like 8 inches of snow, but somehow it's doing like a freezing rain at 17 degrees, so that's intriguing. But these bolts are a country mile long, so screw them in as far as I can by hand. Oh, the temptation to use a impact on this is overwhelming, but I don't know much, but I know better than that, I guess. I don't know. But probably just going to snug this up. That way, if I got to do any kind of shimmying on the other side, I can. My goodness. Ooh, right there is snug. Okay. Now, that's where that dude is. What are we looking at? Back side of the front cylinder head. Up and through the frame is actually how they bolt, which is kind of cool. Nice and hidden. I'll give it to Harley, man. They did pretty tight work. This one is a lot more easy to see. Yeah, I might be able to get you low enough here. Oh, sorry, coming unstowed. So, this hole right here is where we're going with the next bolt hole, which is, again, back side of the front cylinder head. Look how long these things are. Is that 1 3/4, 2-inch bolt? And this one's at a weird angle. The other one was kind of straight up and in. This guy is not. Man, I may have to get I'm gonna get an extension here. Make my life a little easier. Hopefully, everybody's enjoying this cold this weekend and working on their bikes as well. This is usually when I start working on my stuff this time of year, you know. From November to December, it's kind of tough with the holidays and stuff. And the weather's not quite terrible enough yet. You know, you got hunting season if you're into that and all the jazz. But this time of year, there's nothing else to do except get snowed on and work on your bike. So that tank is like kind of twisted. Not like sick twisted, just twisted, you know. But give that a little. Okay. Go over to the other side and finish snugging him up. You kind of see that hole. It's just a tank. It ain't going nowhere, right? But I've got the battery on charge now. It's doing its little thing. Yeah, so may not end up getting to start it on camera, but how about that, huh? Oh, perfect. Another clean install. Where are all these bolts coming from? You guys ever play that game? Oh, skid plate bolts. So, up in here, have little stars. Man, I hate that Harley uses these star tips so often. These are awful. I mean, awful. Luckily, you know, being an electrician, we use those a lot. Is that where I went? You sure about that? You sure about that? Oh, yeah, that's definitely where that goes. This was miserable, I remember. But I'll probably go ahead and skip through all this shenanigans because any 4-year-old can put in a bolt. Well, let's see if it'll start again here. Maybe. Well, definitely going to need to charge the battery again, but You know what? It's starting, and my fuel pump is quiet, and it's not leaking anywhere, which is nice. And you know, you got to count your blessings. Check this out. A little smoke out of the exhaust. That's cool, man. Whatever you want to do, man. But all right, guys. Well, I guess that's about the end of it. I plan on doing a good many more videos with this thing. That exhaust. Hopefully, I don't have to do a stator video anytime soon, because that's supposed to be another downfall of these bikes. But I probably will, because this is a 2021 special, and I'm an idiot. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and sorry I've been gone so long. I appreciate you guys still watching videos and stuff, but we'll catch you next time.